Hey, how are you?
Hey, Jeremy, how are you?
I'm doing good. How's it going?
Going good, Jeremy. How's your day so far? I believe it started now.
Yeah, it started. It's nice weather here in Vegas today, so no complaints.
Wonderful, wonderful, Jeremy. So, Jeremy, last November, you did something so amazing with 9 albums in a single day. So, can
Yeah.
you tell me how that idea came to your mind and how you were able to do that kind of thing?
Well, I know that the pandemic has not been a good thing. It's but in an indirect sort of way, it was kind of a blessing because we couldn't go out and play shows or do anything. So we only could go to our studio and kind of write and record music. So we just kept doing that a lot. And before you know it, we had a substantial body of work. And I'm like, we should probably just put the stuff out now. And then, we kept going. We're already like on record 11, but we just keep going. And so the pandemic's been a blessing indirectly, even though it's been a terrible thing. And I'm glad it's opening back up now. But it was cool for us to get a lot of work done.
Amazing, amazing. So it is like something like no one has ever done, like so a big record that you have created. So how has the accomplishment and how has the reach been for you so far?
It's been good. I just wanted to get a big body of work out to the public because we had like a couple songs here and there. And I know that that's kind of the new format. People release a song every couple months now, but I miss full length albums and the album, the artwork, the whole package, the whole experience. So I wanted to kind of do 9 different sounding records, all different vibes and in their own way. And, you know, have different artwork for everything, just like you would. And it's cool. It's a cool experience rather than just a digital song every 2 months at Spotify.
Sounds good. And you started as psychosexual, then changed to Psycho Synner. So how was this transition happen and why did you thought of doing something like that with a change of name?
Yeah, well, the project started just as a solo project for me, and I was doing stuff that was a little bit more pop or new wave flavored. But I started to miss heavy music, and I wanted to put a band together. So then it was time to once we got the players together and we started becoming a band, it was like, okay, the sound is different than the like psychosexual the lyrics when we're sexually charged, and then we decided to change it because we weren't really that's not what we were doing anymore, so we decided to change the name and do something more appropriate for the style.
Sounds good. And starting April, something different came out from you, The Light. So can you tell me a bit about it with that video and why from Satan to something closer to God?
Yeah, we it was just an April Fool's joke. I My girlfriend and I were talking about standard classics songs and stuff, and that one came up. I'm like, we should totally do a version of that. That would be fun. So we just kind of did it and was messing around, and I think it turned out kind of fun. It was just harmless fun, lighthearted fun.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And would you like to tell me what would be the real concept that you're putting behind the albums that you have created so far?
Well, I think they're all kind of individualized, like everything. No two albums are alike. One sound will be about a certain style, and then the next record will be a totally different style. That's kind of we're just kind of writing and recording what we feel at the time. They're snapshots in time. So, some people can put out the same sounding record over and over again, and they're happy with that. But that's just not what we want to do. We want to make different, listening journeys and different experiences per record.
Sounds amazing. And what is the current process that is going on? Are you back into the studio? Are you making more music right now?
Yeah, we never really stop. We're always making music, and we're getting ready, and we're always shooting music videos too, and we're getting ready to shoot some more. And then we'll start figuring out getting out there live and playing for people. It's been tough because like the pandemic, everything was kind of backlogged and jammed from before. People had to quit, and then they all came out at once, and then there was another wave of pandemic. So it's now kind of getting back to normal. So hopefully we'll get out there sooner than later and start to do some shows.
Sounds amazing. And started with a phenomenal band, Five Finger Death Punch, and now Psycho Synner. So how has the road been for you so far?
It's been great. I got to experience a lot of great things in Five Finger, and certainly it's allowed me to do this new project, which is nice. So I'm just having fun and doing what I like. I'm just taking it a day at a time, and I'll keep doing it as long as it's fun. And when it's not fun, then I'll figure something else out to do. But right now I'm really enjoying myself.
Wonderful. And when the band really started Five Finger Death Punch, you started singing. And then as it moves on, you became the drummer for the band. And now you're back to vocals. So how does it feel to be singing again?
It's pretty good, man. It's fun. Like it's, you know, for a long time, my main area of focus was just being the drummer for so long. And now I get to step out about 6 feet further in front of the drum set with a mic in my hand, which is dangerous because I always like to talk shit.
Wonderful, wonderful. And through Psycho Synner, you always show yourself as the demon. So why did you choose that character?
Well, I was like, what's this guy gonna sound like after we had some music done? And I was like, I've never seen a devil frontman ever. And I'm surprised that nobody's done it, but that's kind of why I did it. I was like, I want to do something that you haven't seen a million times. It's visually stimulating and fun, and it can be a character with a total fantasy world, and you can write about whatever you want. You know, there's no rules because you're a character. So that's why I kind of chose it. And the first time we messed with the makeup, it took about 6 hours to put on. I'm like, I can't do this every day. I'll never be able to do this. But now we figured a way to cut corners and make it work in about 70 minutes to put it on, which still is a long time, but it's doable.
Wonderful, wonderful. And would you be continuing the same thing when you are on a live show?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That's the visual that we're going with, and we're excited to get out there and play live. I just, the timing has to be right. It has to be the right setup. You know, it needs to make sense financially and all that stuff too. You got to take so much into account. But we're excited to get going, man. I can't. We'll play any place that'll have us. You know, we have to go earn our stripes just like every other band. So we're excited to do it.
Amazing, amazing. With so many albums, great gothic rock and metal from you again, and really amazing to listen to each and every songs that you have put up so far. Great videos you have done. Totally lovable songs that you are creating. So how has the reach been so far within the US and around the world?
It's going pretty good. Like we're building slowly but surely. There were so many hats that I had to wear doing this all myself, you know, like it's my own label. And so it's been kind of eye-opening on what it takes to launch a new project, especially now compared to what it was years ago. But it's great. I'm learning a lot, and the business is interesting. It can be fun. You treat it kind of like a game, but you treat it serious, but it is kind of like a game at the end of the day. So I've always missed that part of the business, and it's fun. And like we've released 4 songs at radio, and they've all gone #1 on the secondary market chart. So what we're doing is working. It's just taking a little bit of time, and that's fine. There's no race. It doesn't have to be rushed out or anything, but you know, we're excited to get going and play live.
Amazing, amazing, Jeremy. And Jeremy, you're also quite accomplished when it comes to drums. You have been voted as the best drummer so many times. So do you still do a lot of things when it comes to drums, and do you take classes for students?
Yeah, no, I don't. I haven't been playing that much anymore, but sometimes I do play. I have a drum set up upstairs for that, and I still have a few kits from the touring days. So yeah, I try to play sometimes, but it's definitely not as much as it used to be. It's just not enough time for that anymore.
Sounds good. And would you like to share some of the great moments that you had over the years?
Well, one of the greatest highlights was playing the Download Festival for about 90,000 people one time. That's one of the highlights of my musical journey for sure. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of people. I was feeling like major adrenaline rush for that one. And it got to the point where I really wasn't feeling much of that because you do it so much every day. You're like, whatever, it's just time to go do the show. But that night I was like, whoa, that's heavy. That's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of bodies. That was fun.
Amazing, amazing. And what will be some of the upcoming plans for this year?
Well, we are in talks to do some shows. I don't know how much touring will be, but definitely a couple one-off shows. That's in the works, and then we'll do a proper tour. That'll probably be closer to early next year, though, I'd imagine. But we're definitely still writing and recording and making videos in the meantime, and then we'll get out there as soon as we can.
Sounds amazing. And on the musical aspect, do you have plans to do more experimentation to the band and do something more different from what you do currently now.
Yeah, definitely. We like I said, we don't want to make the same record twice. That just doesn't, that's not stimulating or fun for us. So we try to do something different musically, a totally different experience every record.
Sounds good. And I would like to know about the songwriting process. So is it going to be focusing on certain topics or it's going to be diverse?
Always diverse. It's just kind of about what I'm feeling at the time, really. So I guess it kind of remains to be seen what it's going to be, but we're always writing about what we, think about during that particular time, and then we document it and move on.
Sounds good. And do you have other projects or bands that you have on mind, or you just want to focus on Psycho Synner for now?
Just for now, Psycho Synner. That doesn't mean that I won't do other things, but right now it's all about Psycho Synner.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And Jeremy, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to your fans around the world?
Well, just thanks for giving it a chance, and thank you for your positive feedback. We hope to get out and see you guys sooner than later on tour, and then I want to get back out there and see some old friends and make some new friends.
Amazing, amazing, Jeremy. And Jeremy, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this opportunity to have this wonderful interview with you. It's a real pleasure meeting you and talking to you. And thanks for making amazing music.
Hey, thank you.
Real pleasure to listen to you. Thanks again.
Hey,
You
thanks a
have
lot.
good day. You have a
You
good
too.
day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.